How's it going? Lance, there you are. Was waiting for you yesterday. Got a little music going here. Hopefully you can hear me. Not really yet set to go live, but we will. Got the Trip Daddies playing. Even got some of these for you so I can see what you're saying. What's up? Hi, Brad. And all. See, what I got? All right, now we're gonna set this guy up here. And we'll be doing some On This Date live fun in a moment. We got 2 viewers, all right. Oh my goodness. You're just blind. All right, welcome. Who we got? I'm gonna have to use this. I'm gonna have to use the glasses, folks. Hello from New Hampshire, Linda. Yes, I did one yesterday. This is getting annoying. Sorry, Craig. This is good stuff, but got 6 viewers coming in. So yeah, we were gonna do yesterday and didn't work out so well. This music is really starting to get to me a little bit. It's a little. Can you hear that? Anyway, we're gonna do a little On This Date. So I think I gotta lose the music. Sorry, Craig. So that was the Trip Daddies. They do the theme song. And let me start. I'm gonna start up. All right. So let me start. Howard Stern On This Date. Artie Lang updates. Welcome in. So if you're watching live, which we have a few folks here already, we've already had a little conversation with Lance and Linda. She said hello from New Hampshire. I had to put on some glasses so I could see these folks, but we're gonna do some On This Date. We're gonna do some deep dives and we're gonna have some fun here on this Thursday afternoon. It's cold and rainy in St. Louis. What I found, Lance, because you're asking, I did it at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. You weren't here. There was supposed to be a notification, so set those notifications up if you want to be part of the On This Date live. I'm going to do this, I think, Monday through Thursday at this time because we had a pretty good viewership last time. Was that Tuesday? So we'll try to do that. I've had some folks come in and say they really enjoy it. They have some ideas for me. So we will talk about those in a little bit, but we'll let some folks get in. Yeah, I'm wearing these glasses. I don't normally wear glasses. I don't know if you can tell. Hello there, Robert. Thank you for coming in. Jared, okay, he was in the hospital. Jared from Jared and JD, Jared Fox. Is that what we're talking about? I had not heard. So keep me abreast of that situation. Did not know that he was in the hospital. Boy, it's hard to see these. Hey. Oh, let's see which order. So these didn't even come in order. Oh, that's good. That's gonna be bad. So we're just gonna read. We're gonna read along. We're gonna read here. So welcome into the live stream. Again, by the way, I'm gonna try to sell some product today too. You know what I really enjoy? We're gonna tag some products. I've tagged some products already. Is a Kind sea salt and chocolate nut bar. You know what? These things are delicious. You should go. When I'm done, I'm going to tag the product, but I'm going to take a quick bite. I think it's bad to eat on camera, but I'm going to anyway. Here we go. My goodness. And that gives me so much energy. And it's a tiny one, too, so it's not that bad. Only 90 calories in this little guy. So you only eat 90 calories with the Kind bar. I've got other things I'm going to eat and show you. Actually, all the products I'm going to show you, I'm going to eat them. But it's hard to talk and host a show and eat at the same time. Well, we have 5 folks coming in. So again, I've been looking through the On This Date. Let's take a look. So this is hard. I had to figure out the best way because that's much better. I'm gonna start us off. What you got there, Lance? You have an ice cold coffee, milk with that. Okay, Rhode Island thing. Sounds good. I would do that. So with the Kind bar, Lance is telling me have an ice cold coffee milk with that. Now see, last time I would not have been able to read that because my eyes are terrible, but this time I saw it. Let's just look at one of these On This Dates and then we can read through it and talk together. Again, this is all coming from March 7th, 2006. Some 18 years ago? Is that possible? This was 18 years ago? March 7th, 2006. Am I right? 18? Son of a bitch. We had an Artie voicemail on this date, March 7th, 2006. Gary had the voicemail message that Artie left for him this morning. Howard played the message, and he didn't sound all that sick to Robin. Artie said that he has whatever it is that Gary and Howard had, because, you know, they were on heroin. He's been puking and shitting, and he couldn't imagine going into work. He's hoping he'll be in tomorrow. He told Gary to have fun with the messages. He's getting off the phone. So I guess later we hear that message, but a classic day in Stern history on March 7th, 2006, because we have this Artie voice message. March 7th, 2005, AC/DC performs in the studio. So 2003. AC/DC comes in, and this is the time that Artie sang with Brian Johnson and the boys, singing You Shook Me All Night Long. So a very, very famous moment in Howard Stern history here on March 7, 2003, because this is, I think, when Artie began to do the fire thing because of the song, for those about to rock, Fire. Again, I was eating a Kind bar. I'll be putting that in the products. A Kind sea salt, dark chocolate, and sea salt. It's just delicious. You should have one. I'm going to put it in the products, and I think you should buy one off this channel once I throw it up in the products. I should have done that, I guess, beforehand. We're learning. This is the first week of going live daily. Again, Monday through Thursday. I think at this time we're going to try to go live, and we'll read some stuff from Howard Stern on this date. March 7th, 2001. Gilbert Gottfried hangs out during the news. So this is back when Gilbert was still allowed in the studio. Kind of sad, but no Gilbert anymore. This was 24 years ago, March 7th. We had Gilbert in on the news. Again, comment if you have any comments. I'll be reading the comments. I appreciate Robert coming in and saying hello, and Linda, and of course Lance, who's a super fan. I'm going to note this too. Have you guys been following Twitter? Richard Christie. I'll put this on the version that lives on the site here on YouTube. But Richard and Sal are now asking to be hired for private events. And it's email book richardchristie@gmail.com. The video is, I'll show it right now for those watching later. Now we're back as we looked at that video. And this was on Twitter on today, March 7th. Wonder what this means. Are they not working there anymore? I haven't heard from them or seen them, but interesting that they tweeted that out. March 7th, 2007, we have some more Artie fun. This was Artie's wrap-up show Revelation. So evidently he was on the wrap-up show the day before. And Howard said he didn't hear the wrap-up show yesterday, but he had some behind-the-scenes clips this morning. He thought Robin drove him over the edge on the show. Howard said a lot of shit came out on that show. He learned that Artie quit gambling. Artie said he's trying to become a better person. Howard thought that was the least of his addictions. Artie said he's not willing to go through the next level of gambling, which would mean more money, so he's just going to stop. Artie said it's only been 2 weeks so far, but here comes the NCAA tournament, and so Artie's worried about the gambling. Artie said that last time he lost $16,000 in 2006 from gambling. Artie mentioned, this is from, again, March 7th, 2007, Artie talking on the wrap-up show. Howard also mentioned that Artie's going to see a shrink. So all things Artie probably never did, but was just saying on the show. Pretty interesting here. Artie said he went to this guy 3 times, and he's trying to examine what cost him the relationship with Dana. He wants to be better at it next time, so that's why he's going. Howard asked Artie what caused this new thing. Artie said that he can't start gambling to the point where he can't afford it. Blah, 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 blah. So a lot of Artie news here on March 7th. This was 2007. What do we got next here? Let's take a look. This didn't come over on my iPad as correctly as I would have liked, which kind of was making this a little more difficult than last time. But let's see what this says here. It's amazing how bad my eyes are. Okay, that was one. March 7th, 2003. I found this interesting. We had a Mr. Skin minute. When was the last time we heard Mr. Skin on the Stern Show? So they played that. Let's see. He talks about some new movies and nude scenes that are featured in them this week. He talked about the movie The Weight of Water featuring Elizabeth Hurley. Again, this was March 7th, 2003, a Mr. Skin moment. It's Mr. Skin minute on the Howard Stern show. He said, 24 minutes in, she's laying naked on a boat. She takes an ice cube out of her mouth and slowly runs it down her naked body. This is coming from Mark Friggin. Man, that guy could definitely keep track of what was going on the show. So that was March 7th, 2003. March 7th, 2000, we had a Butt Billionaire update. So I guess they were playing a little Butt Billionaire. Kendra Jade and Debbie the Queef Girl, they talked about their encounter from Who Wants to Be a Butt Billionaire from the day before. So that actually happened on March 6th. And they talked about it on March 7th. We're doing a little Howard on this date review. Thank you for coming. We'll look at some pop culture stuff too. I'll be live every day. I'm going to try to do every day at this time, Monday through Thursday, I should say. And I'm also selling products. You know what I really like is Triscuits. I love Triscuits, and these are organic whole wheat Triscuits. 3 simple ingredients with these Triscuits. I'm going to enjoy them in a little bit, but these will be in the products. I ask you to go. If you love Triscuits like me, go have a Triscuit. Hi there. Hi there. I can't, Anthony. Hello, shout out to you, Anthony. Thank you for joining. We're just running through some great moments in Howard Stern history here live on the ST Weekly channel. Please subscribe to, by the way, 14,600, something like that. Is that what I'm at? I don't even know. We need to get to 15,000. People come to my channel and like, why do you only have 15,000 subscribers? I don't know. I don't know the algorithm. So come here, tell your friends, send the link, tell them what we're doing here daily, plus new interviews. Interviewed Pharrell, and that is up today, and hopefully getting some more new interviews as we get closer to Artie returning to the world, which I believe, but I don't know if he'll be coming on this show, but he's returning. I do know that much. Let's look at March 7th, 2018. So some of these great moments, and then March 7th, 2018. We have a Brent and Mehmet follow-up after their IQ quiz. Howard hates snow, and David Spade visited, so that's at least okay. But the show definitely taking a downturn in 2018. March 7th, 2002. Just jumping around here, not on purpose, but because my iPad's a mess. Tom Arnold came in. Tom Arnold came in to promote his new TV show, The Best Damn Sports Show, period, which airs on Fox Sports Midwest. I'm sorry, Fox Sports Net. We aired it where I worked before. Thank you for the thanks, and thank you, Lance. And hello, Johnny. Welcome in. Thank you for joining here today. Appreciate 14.9, you say. Yeah. Gotta get that to 15,000. How can we do that today? Is that possible? Do you think we can get more people? We had more people in here, Lance, last time. I think we had 35 people at the height of our last live feed, so let's get that going here. Tom Arnold came in on March 7th, 2002. Oh, now see, I wish I could read this one. And trying to think of who was in this day because we had, as to the fact that these are not in order is really bugging me. But we had Ed Torian doing a lie detector, I think with Carmen Electra and Kylie Bax, maybe? Did you have sex with Tommy Lee? No, was the answer. Did you ever have sex with a family member? By the way, Ed Torian I've contacted, and he has contacted me back. He had some issues. Unfortunately, not able to do the setup, trying to get Ed Torian on the show. So trust me, I've tried everybody, but this was, I believe, Carmen Electra and Kylie Bax with Ed Torian. March 7th, 2006. George Flowers mentioned Dana Reeves' death. So Dana Reeves died on this date, I guess the day before, so it'd be March 6th, but they mentioned it here. Can I screenshot this and share on both my Facebook page? You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want there, Lance. It's up, I guess, yeah. Let people know what we're doing. So this was, they were talking about a report in Cracked Magazine on March 7th, 2006. And they listed off the top 25 moments on the Stern Show from that time. So March 7th, 2006. And the number one was, anybody have a guess? Is anyone here from Artie, Johnny? We'll see. Number one was the I Want You Back tape from Gary Baba Booey. Gary disagrees, but Howard thought this was about right. So in 2006, even Howard thought that the Baba Booey I Want You Back tape was still the best thing that had happened on the show in his thing. I'm sorry, Lance. I should have let you. Should have let you in here. Howard read off some other things that were on the list that included Scott the Engineer's push-up challenge. I love that. It's probably my top 5. Howard backs out of the 1994 run for New York State governor. Wasn't around. I wasn't listening then. ICOJ prank call. I think that's in the top 5 or 10. That's Al Michaels with that. That's a totally farcical call, I believe. Winfred's Money, the Jesus Twins. I'll mention that I have talked to a Jesus Twin, working on getting a Jesus Twin on here. Don't know which one. Actually, you should know because the other one I don't believe is with us. But I'm trying my hardest, and who knows what happens. Stuttering John kidnaps the Gary puppet. Artie Lang gets ridiculously drunk in Las Vegas, and the Jackie puppet. So these were top 25 moments ranked in Cracked magazine back in 2006. And yeah, that's right. Hello, SWA43. There is only one Jesus Twin now. It's kind of sad, kind of rough. So to take a break from looking at some of the on this date, again, my iPad is just completely out of whack and kind of mad about this, but I always enjoy looking at the Twitter of some of the folks, and we talked about what Richard and Sal were up to. They have kind of a thing going where they're having people book. Steve Grillo, conspiracy guy. This was a couple days ago. Holy shit, it's Super Tuesday and they shut everything down, says Grillo. Next, just saying, all these weird outages the day after Trump wins in the Supreme Court, something is going on. You know what? I'm going to take my news from Steve Grillo. And I'm a little worried now. Steve Grillo's worried. I'm worried. This happened on Twitter a couple days ago. A little worried about Steve Grillo. Is anybody was phone acting weird, he says. We talked about Artie's sick message. Let's see what else happened on March 7th, 2006. A lot of the Artie, they finally got the Artie voicemail in there. They did have a dirty cop come in, and they thought the interview was terrible. That was March 7th, 2006. Talked about AC/DC. Talked about Gilbert Gottfried. Again, my iPad, not going great. On March 7th, 2006, Howard was on the I Hate Less Moonves tour. So this was the point at the time where Howard was, I think, was he suing or was he being sued by CBS? Lance, have you seen all the nonsense with Stuttering John and Casey and Anthony? Yes, I have seen it, and it's entertaining, I would say, but I don't jump into it. Not I don't know. Not for me. Johnny, get in touch with KC. He's a good guy. KC has been on the show. I'm always in touch with KC. KC is always welcome back. I know KC's trying to do his own thing, but haven't had him on in a while. But go back on my channel. Maybe I'll repost it. I get people get so mad when I repost things. That's what I'm gonna do though. You know what else I love is these wonderful roasted and salted pistachios. These are delicious. And let's see, 2 ingredients: pistachios and sea salt. Only 135 megs for sodium and 8 grams of carbs. I love these. You can get these by shopping on my channel if you're watching later in the day. I don't have it on my products. I didn't do this correctly, but you know what? Next Monday, or maybe I'll come back this weekend. Who knows? Maybe I'll do that. Skull? I'm not going to be doing any Skull. Dabbleverse is in the building. You're like here? Dabbleverse is here with us right now? Well, welcome Dabbleverse. I know what that is, but thank you for coming and joining us here. March 7th, 2002, Howard had a broken thumb. Anybody remember how Howard broke his thumb on this date back in March? Actually broke his thumb March 6th and talked about it on March 7th. I would give, let's see, I'll give away, I'm gonna give away some delicious Ghirardelli chocolate. This is 92% cocoa, so it is the richest of dark chocolate from Ghirardelli. It's delicious. I eat it all the time. No one has an answer. Let's see. No, that is not correct, but thank you for coming in and responding. I'll wait and see if anybody has any other guesses on Howard broke his thumb back on March 7th, 2002. He actually broke it on March 6th, 2002, then came in. He was actually in a cast. Got a couple seconds. The question, hello there, I'm going to look. Bam, Ruben. The question is, so on this date in 2002, Howard broke his thumb. And that's how he started the show, March 7th, 2002. How did he break his thumb? Does anyone have any idea? I remember this happening. I didn't have to look this up, so I guess I'm still a super fan. People accuse me of not being a super fan. He broke it in Ralph's butt. That's correct. No, that is not correct, but I like that. That's funny, SWA. I love these names. It's hard to... That's why I had to put these glasses on. I never wear glasses, but this is the... All right, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to read it right now. Howard had a splint on his right hand this morning. Of course, this coming from Mark Friggin, who continued to have a wonderful. That's right, Spam Robin. You get some dark chocolate. I'll figure out a way to get you some dark chocolate. Just buy it on the site. It was weight dropped on him by who? Anybody remember who this was? Who dropped it on him? Because I do remember this too. I'll give you a couple seconds. Actually, while you do that, I'm gonna enjoy another bite of my Kind Bar here. I'd say a foster cat bit it. That's funny. Marco Battaglia. Look at Spam Ron. That is correct. Marco, a football player, and he used to. Who was it? Pat Minacchio? Was that the guy they were doing the weights with? But good job, Marco Battaglia. So yes, he did break it. It was a fun show on March 7, 2002. I read about Kylie Bax and Carmen Electra doing the test with Adtorium. So these are some great moments in the show. These are things that I remember. Again, we're doing on this date Howard history. And then I you kind of look so I stopped listening in 2010 religiously. I kept an eye on it, but here's what happened on March 7th, 2016. We had slow adult voting discussions. We had a Joey Boots update. We had a Tan Mom visit. We had some new phone calls. We had a Wack Pack update. And then John Goodman visited. I mean, that does not sound entertaining to me. Maybe it is to you, but it does not sound like anything I'd want to listen to. Are you in Sweden? Okay, well, how about you purchase it when I add it to the product on the, I'll add it to the product thing here when I put it on the actual channel. This is just the live feed for anyone here. Yeah, I know, Johnny. No, I'm interested to know if anyone's interested in the show right now. So I was doing reviews of the show. I was going to do that on this channel because I had run out of people who were going to say yes to be on the show. I'll talk about Yucko in a second. And I couldn't listen. It was making me angry that I had to sit and listen and try to jot down these items. I tried a different way, like just by recording with the voice memo. I'm like, this is not worth my time. Yucko's actually so Yucko was supposed to be on the show. Of course, I tried to get a hold of Yucko for many years. This went on for 3 years, but he's got a Netflix special. He's a voice of a cartoon. I can't remember the name of the show. He's got 2 or 3 of them. It's like a big deal. So Yucko turned us down here on the ST Weekly channel and don't have them. I do not have an archive of every HTV, but I have a lot of the audio. I'm going to just read some comments here. How could you like the show these days? Exactly. Welcome in, Cameron. Is Stuttering John really a substitute teacher these days? I can't imagine. There. I'm a little worried about Stuttering John. Like I don't listen to him or follow what he's up to. He just doesn't look great. And I know SHULI's kind of been following his career since then. Let's see, 3 windy, 1 itchy city. I can't read this. 3 windy, 1 city, 2. Oh, 312. Okay, Chicago. I know that. If anyone needs clips, so here, welcome to Tradio now. You guys can trade clips. Welcome to Tradio. Yucko's MTV short skits are epic. Yes, they are. Stuttering John is someone on Reddit posted a photo of him being a substitute teacher. He's got to be just sleeping, right? Like he's just got to be like hanging out and just sleeping during class. I pass right by new clips on YouTube, says Matthew. Welcome in, Matthew. Multitude of great past content with Jackie and Artie. I totally agree. It's funny because I was such an Artie fan. I love Jackie too. I love both eras. But I was an Artie. Like I was like, oh man, nothing was better than Artie. But you go back now and watch some of the Jackie stuff. It's great. I just watched the day Robin walked out when they were talking about her in Cleveland. It's hilarious. I mean, Robin is she's just so tired. She can't do the news. She's so tired. Okay. I'm not gonna, let's see here. I'm reading. F Jackie. I love Jackie. Okay. Let's see here. What else we have from this date? I have a lot of stuff from 2006. March 7th, 2003, we had Artie singing AC/DC songs. We talked about Artie missing on this date. This is interesting. On March 7th, 1996, we found out, I never knew this until today. March 7th, 1996, they discussed where did Robin's music came from. It's Robin said today that someone told her that the music came from, quote, the movie or miniseries Buccaneers. So I know they don't do the news anymore, but that was interesting that day. Now I have to go find that music, I guess. Let's see. What do we got here? You think Artie will ever be back in the show for an interview at least? No, I do not. I don't think Artie's welcome back. I do find it interesting that they started playing. I believe I heard. Now I didn't hear this myself, but that they're playing clips of Artie again on the show. I didn't. Not on the show, but on the what do they do? They like a super tape or master tape or whatever. By the way, I saw some hearts. I appreciate that. If you're into the super thanks and you enjoy this content, I do have memberships and super thanks and my own t-shirt shop of Stern stuff. So check the description for all that if you're interested in that. Again, we'll be going live. If you're just joining, welcome back. I'm going to reset as if I'm like a real sort of personality or whatever. But we're doing Howard Stern on this date. We got people coming in. I like to see who's here, and we talk and we look back at some great moments. And I'm going to try to do this maybe 4 times, 5 times a week, but I'm going to try to do it right at this time. It seems like this is a good time for the audience to join. So thank you for coming in. But again, just resetting, the super thanks is open. You can become a member. Haven't really decided what we're going to do with. Well, there's some things you can do with the membership, but also I'm selling shirts in there as well. And you can look at the products. March 7th, 2012. So again, past the time that I was listening, but here's just a few things that happened. Riley Martin was interviewed by Rachel Fine. They had clips of that. We had the America's Got Talent trip discussion. So I was completely gone by the time he was on America's Got Talent. I can't imagine how terrible that was. I do have an Instagram. Here's the pitch. I don't do much on there. It's more of a personal Instagram, but I'm thinking about maybe doing something with it here. Maybe we'll go live on Instagram. I'm trying to make money here, though. That's the goal. Nothing really happened on March 7th, 2012 is what I was getting at, though. March 7th, 2006. So we talked about a few things that happened on this date on March 7th, 2006. But Howard's wondering what to do with channels 100 and 101. Yeah, Rachel Fine. She was pretty good. How about other things that happened on this date? You know, Alexander Graham Bell, he received a patent for the telephone. This was 1876. All right. We had the Brent and Mehmet IQ follow-up. So what, Mehmet won that, I believe. I didn't listen to those either. So, but that happened on this date back in March 7th, 2018. So they did the IQ test yesterday, March 6th, 2018. And on this date, they did the follow-up. Wasn't listening back then, got to be honest. Matt Drudge actually called the show. I believe this was 2002. I thought that was interesting that Matt Drudge was actually on the show. What else we got here? Oh, so here I've been reading some. Like I said, I've been reading some tweets from some of our Stern folks here. Yeah, Penny Crone I've contacted has not ever responded. So a comment here about having Penny Crone on. She has not responded back to me. Yes. Robin's theme came from the Buccaneers TV show. That's what it said on Mark's Friggin. That's what they said on that date. You guys following Benji? Benji on Twitter. Is everybody on Twitter? So Benji on Twitter. Now he did this like 4 or 5 times. And by the way, I'm not even sure, is Benji even on the show anymore? I don't hear him. There's like this weird conspiracy that he's gone. RFK, this is what he said on Twitter today, 11 hours ago, maybe yesterday. RFK Jr. can win and has a real shot at winning. A lot of the people who are saying he has no chance of winning are saying that in an attempt to dissuade you from even considering Robert Kennedy Jr. And a lot of these people are the same people who in 2016 said DJT will never be president. So Benji is on the Robert Kennedy train. He did. He just turned 34. I mean, he's what was this thing he always said? He had great eyes. People love my eyes. So Benji. How about March 7th, 2000? 1 week until the premiere of Son of the Beach. I never, ever saw the show. And I'll say if I did watch it, it never really resonated or made me laugh. But Howard was talking about Son of the Beach on March 7th, 2000 on this date. Thought that was interesting. So back to March 7th, 2002. This sounded just funny, so I'm going to read this. This is after talking about Howard breaking his thumb. Howard came back from break and said he wasn't able to unbuckle his pants, so he had to go to the bathroom. Gary volunteered to help him out, dropped to his knees, and undid his pants for him. They said this will be on E. So I don't remember seeing that, but that did happen. March 7th, 2007, we talked about Artie's wrap-up revelations. How about a birthday today? Bryan Cranston, Walter White, birthday today. He was born in 1956. So quick math would tell me he's 58, right? 68? Let me look back here. Is Gary the Conqueror? I'm going to call him the Conqueror. He is around. I believe he's on Cameo. Trying to think if I actually tried to get him on this program. There was a point where I'm like, who am I really going after the Wack Pack that far? I mean, I did Fred the Elephant Boy. I would do Beetlejuice, but Gary, Wendy, thought about getting Wendy on. My friend Clownvis. Any Clownvis fans here? I'm a huge fan of Clownvis. I'll promote his channel right now, get him some viewers, and tell him that Brad, your YouTube friend, sent you over to Clownvis. He does a live stream. Kind of the impetus for me going live. I watched his live stream. I think he goes every Wednesday night. Clownvis had Wendy. Wendy called in. She was on video, on Zoom. And he was like, well, hello, Wendy. By the way, Clownvis, in case you're wondering, he's a clown who sings Elvis songs and does magic. He's Clownvis. And he's hilarious. And he's a St. Louis staple. And let's see what this say. What is Mark the Bagger doing this day? That's a guy I'm not interested in. I don't find Mark the Bagger that funny. I don't know if that's a controversial opinion, but maybe a couple minutes of The Voice, and then I need to move on. Benji went back in time with his unmentionable family member. I haven't heard anything about Benji in a long time. Hello, Matthew. Thank you for commenting. Please comment. I'm reading comments here. If you're watching live, obviously, and if you're watching not live, as I post this to the main channel, come on in. We're going to do this daily as much as we can. I always set a premiere, so make sure you get the notifications set, and we'll do this more often. Elliot Offen. Yeah, I have no contact for Elliot Offen, although I would definitely try that. Andrea, Miss Howard Stern, I believe I tried talking with, but could not find her. Let's go back to some on this date. I'll keep looking at the comments. Jeff the Drunk is alive and well and declined my invitation to be on this program, I believe 6 or 8 months ago, on Cameo. I think if you want to have some fun, Cameo, just research your favorite Stern folks. They put their videos out there. Hello, Brandon. Happy birthday. And then that's it. That's what he does. How about Ralph passing? No health insurance. I know. What's going on with Ralph? King of All Blacks. All right. I have a story about King of All Blacks. I did contact King of All Blacks. He contacted me back, and he wanted to be paid to be on this program. And I said, no, we're not doing that, but King of All Blacks is around, but will not be on this program unless he wants to come on and just help. I'll help promote him, whatever he's promoting, but no King of All Blacks. I don't know if Jeff still drinks. It's amazing that he's still alive. I mean, it's just amazing. I think one of the best moments was when he fell in the hallway. I don't know why that's funny. How about March 7th? Let's go back to on this date, and I'll keep a look. Hansy, not a fan of Hansy either. I don't really know Hansy that well, but hello, Sixth Dream. Thank you for joining me here today. Again, tell your friends. We're looking for 15,000 subs, and then we'll move up to 20,000. All right, so earlier I talked about the Surviving Jesus twin. I've been in contact with him for years, I can say, since starting this podcast, whenever I did. And he has said he would like to come on. I'm not sure if this is actually him or if I'm just being trolled, but he's. I told him I want to hear your story, and I'm not here to throw bombs or anything, so we'll see what happens if we can get him on here. March 7th, 2001. So yesterday was the day Howard announced that Jackie was no longer on the show. So this is a milestone day in Howard Stern history. So the next day, Howard said he heard from Jackie last night. He finally called Howard after reading an article in the New York Post about leaving the show and how Howard was upset that he didn't call him. Jackie told Howard he was just trying not to bother him during the negotiations. Howard said he'd seen how much money they were offering Jackie, and it seemed like it was a lot of money, but that's up to Jackie, which was, what was it, almost $600,000 at that point? Howard said that the show will go on with or without Jackie. He said he liked Jackie and he's sorry that they're not working together, but the show must go on. And when Jackie's money begins today, he said. So that was a big day. On this date, March 7th, 2001, Howard finally commented that him and Jackie had spoken. Yes, Jackie, you know, and you've seen him. I've asked him he's great. I'll be honest, he's been so awesome to come here. You can go look at my archive. He's been on 4 times. His documentary I found entertaining. I mean, it really was done well, I thought, for what he was doing. But yeah, he effed up. I just don't know. Mark Harris came in on this date in March 7th, 2000. So Mark Harris was still alive back then. I don't know if you guys remember Mark Harris, but he was funny. Like, it was funny having Mark Harris. He was good on the Channel 9 show. Rest in peace. We talked about Artie not being in on March 7th, 2006. The 2011 show, there's just nothing really to report there. Sammy Hagar came in 2000 on this date. They talk a lot about just this tequila, basically. So that was the interview. And these interviews were really short back then, too. They were only like 40 minutes, if you remember, before Howard started doing 2-hour, tell me about your dad interviews. So quick interview with Sammy Hagar. I wonder what either of the high-pitch Erics are doing, Eric and Mike. Contacted Mike, I'll say that, and he was not interested in being part of the show. Mike is on Cameo, and he promotes being on Cameo, so take a look at High Pitch Mike. High Pitch Eric blocked me. It wanted nothing to do with me. Of course, I did contact him, but he didn't want to be on the show either. I saw a recent picture of High Pitch. This is, on the Reddit Howard Stern channel. Just if you're interested, tell folks on that Reddit channel. I do look at that a lot too. Tell them we're here. Tell them what we're doing. We'll try to build this up as on this day, and we'll just maybe even talk about the show that's going on right now. We'll see. Elliot Offen's still running around New York City. I was in New York City back in August. I was hoping to see him. What did I see? The Cowboy? I think I still saw the what do they call that guy? What the hell is that cowboy's name? The Underwear Cowboy. He used to come on the show, right? All right, still looking back on this date, we had Win Fred's Money, March 7th, 2003. I always enjoyed that. I couldn't understand how he was that smart. Like, how did Fred get so damn smart? And there's really no rhyme or reason to him being smart. But let's see, John managed to get 6 right in 42 seconds. Fred came in and blew him out of the water and got 7 correct. Which type of angle measures more than 90 but less than 180? First of all, how would anybody get that one? Naked Cowboy, thank you. The answer was obtuse. In which film did Paul Newman win an Oscar? Color of Money. I probably would have gotten that one. What is the 2-word motto for the Boy Scouts of America? Be prepared. Anyway, that was the Win Fred's Money questions back on March 7th, 2000. Let's see. That might be it. I think that was it for today as far as on this date. Man, we've been here 40 minutes. We had a good crew of people. I'm gonna keep looking at the comments, see if there's anything else here. Fred is an alien. That's why he is. That's probably, maybe he really is a fucking alien. I'm thinking that's true. I can't believe he is stuck around. I'm sure he gets paid well, and now he doesn't have to do anything. That's what I miss from the show is like the sound effects. Fred was amazing. Like, you could have a whole segment of shit just because Fred was being funny. But I guess you're taking off, Lance. I might be taking off too. We had a pretty good crowd here. Appreciate everyone coming in. Check out these products again. I have the Triscuits. Oh my goodness, these are good. I'm gonna put this in the view of the show that I put on the actual channel. We had some pistachios here. Wonderful. No shells, too. That's what I love about these pistachios. I love pistachios, but I don't want to eat the shells. These are delicious. And then we had the chocolate, and we had this Kind bar. I'm going to finish it off right now because it's delicious. Look at the comments. Thank you, Johnny. You're the man. I'm going to get Fred on. Yeah, I don't think Fred's going to be doing the show. Or Robin or Gary. I think we can get Benji. I'm gonna work on Richard and like I think there's gonna be a point here where all these guys are ready to speak. I put Eric lost weight. Would he cut his hair? I'm at 40 minutes here. Let's see. Eric the Midget actor's birthday's coming up. He, I think he was part of a flashback yesterday. I can't remember what the reason was for that, but thank you, Alucard. We'll do this again more often. Hopefully you guys come back. 311. It's not 311 day, but we will have a 311 day here. We'll. I've been to like 8 of their shows. I love it. It's fun. Different places. All right. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Unless you guys want to stick around, I got a couple more minutes here. I have to eat dinner in a little bit, but I also was like, man, I actually look okay in these freaking glasses. This actually is not a terrible look for me. I mean, I got a big old fat face, but anyway. If you are interested in Eric the Midget, we're having a conversation here. Lance, you are my first Wack Packer. I did interview Jan a while back. I'm gonna have him back on at some point. Jan was in a car, but Jan was great. Jan gave a lot of great stories, so take a look at that. I repost a lot just because I think we got a lot of new subscribers. People I don't think go fishing to look for old stuff. I appreciate that people do. I did mention, again, look at the description because I have super thanks turned on, memberships are turned on, and I have a shirt shop with Stern stuff in there as well. I have products tagged, so you can go through there, take a look at the products. I'm going to tag these, the ones that I just mentioned, so come back and look, and you can help support this channel by buying some products that maybe you already eat. Do you eat these pistachios? Well, then just buy them from YouTube. Buy them from me. I have to get chocolate out to Sweden, I guess, somehow. Okay. Spam. Mention that in the description that it's a re-upload and people shouldn't complain. I'm going to do that from now on. I wasn't trying to be, hey, look, this is new. I mean, just take a look. The channel's full of interviews of the same people, and they look the same. Shout out to Sal and Richard. Thank you, Mike G. Thank you for coming in. Why doesn't Stern talk about JD's marriage? I think that's over. I believe from reading Reddits and things like that, JD was married and is no longer married. So that's probably why they don't talk about it. Thank you, Matthew Page, for coming in. Jan, yeah, he did an interview with me here. Lisa G was not available. Have tried her have tried to interview her a couple times. I've tried her. And she wasn't interested. Did have Steve Langford on. That was one of my favorite interviews. Steve Langford no longer interested in coming back on. And then I've tried most of the news crew. I had to try that again. Who? Howard? Ralph Howard? Is he still? Which one's dead? Ralph Howard or George Flowers? Either way, I tried to get both of them, and one of them was dead. So one of them is definitely not coming on the show. That I think that I know of. But let's see. Penny Crone. I have tried and have not gotten a hold of her at all. She has not said no, but she has not answered anything from me. So I'll continue. I like this. This is fun. Let's see. Who else? Lisa H. Well, I think it's time. Is it 7:20? Is it time to do the roll call? It's the roll call. It's the roll call. Matthew Schwartz. I heard there's a gag order for JD's divorce thing. They won't be talking about it. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, Lisa G. I'd love to get her on here. Stuttering John would come on for 100. He's been on this program before. I actually hung out with Stuttering John in St. Louis. He was doing stand-up. It was not good. He was inebriated, but we did hang out with him after, had beers with him, and nice fella. But what can I say? Yeah, we need to do a roll call. Maybe we'll do like a 4:20 roll call. If they did it at 7:20. Who's on the phone with Lisa Andre? I never heard it, but it was wonderful. Thank you for the Tim Sabian shout out. I still enjoy hearing from Tim. Tim's been on this program a few times. I have Ronnie the limo driver. I think is way too far up Howard's ass to be part of this program, so I don't see Ronnie being part of the show here. By the way, here's a Tom Seaver baseball card, just hanging out from 1973. Huh? I was trying to get it appraised. I thought it might be worth something. It's pretty worn. Cabby's been on twice. I think that's enough, but maybe I'll have them on again. But take a look at the cabbie ones. I'll re-up those. Let's see here. Stuttering John would come on for a bowl of soup. So early on, I don't know if you guys heard that we were talking about that Stuttering John was a substitute teacher, evidently. So George Thomas Seaver, that's right. Rest in peace. One of my favorite broadcasters, too. Richie Wilson said no. Vietnamese said no. Was very nice about it, but said no. I've asked George Takei through 15 different channels and cannot get George Takei to be on. Pharrell will be on with SHULI. Now you can see Pharrell. I just uploaded a old episode of Pharrell. It just launched today, so that's on my channel. Pharrell was wonderful. I have a would you rather question, Car Guy. All right, go ahead, Car Guy. I'm here. We're having fun. We have like 40 people here. Wait, look, if you're not watching live, you need to come in live and have some fun with us. Thank you for that, Spam. You enjoyed the Pharrell interview. Just reading the comments here. We're talking. We're having a good time with everybody. Maybe part of the membership is, one of these. I'll bring in someone. One of you guys. I feel like it has to be Lance. Lance is a super fan. Spam as well. And we'll do this together on video. But we'll see. I'm crying. Can I have a shout out? Sorry, Carolyn. No shout outs to you. Keep crying. Why are you crying? What's wrong, Carolyn? Tell us. We're all here for you. We're here for everyone. This ain't Hot Rod Magazine, pal. I don't even know what that means. I gotta be honest. I don't know what that means. Scott the engineer would come on. I have Scott's phone number. I have Scott's email. I have Scott's Twitter. And he has not responded once. So I don't know why he did other shows. And I know that he knew that I wasn't going to do anything bad with him. I have another baseball card to show here. Maybe I'll just start doing this. Mark McGwire rookie card. Anybody want? All kinds of stuff on the desk here. All right, Carolyn. Carolyn Durkin. Why are we shouting out? Why are you crying, and why do we need to do shout out? Any speculation on the new contract? Yeah, I think let's save that for our next live show, and maybe I'll do some research and see what they're saying about that. Offer a bowling trophy. Okay. Oh, for Scott. Man, that's not a bad idea. Okay, we'll try. I used to have a bowling trophy. I got a 5th grade bowling trophy. Me and my Aunt Betty. We're in a adult child league, and we won that damn league because of Aunt Betty. That woman can fucking bowl. Oh, Carolyn, you got me. God darn it, she got me. She wasn't crying. I got pranked. I got pranked by Carolyn. All right, so we've done 50 minutes of live. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate everybody coming today. This was probably the most successful one. So this time seems to go well for everybody. We'll do this at this time during the week and maybe even during the weekends. Just keep an eye out for the notification. I will put out that I'm going to do these. So keep an eye out on your YouTube. Get that subscription dinging going. And then we're going to go ahead and take off. So thank you guys for coming out. I'm going to stop reading the comments. You can continue to make comments. I don't know how this works once I go away, but you can comment away, and appreciate everybody joining here today. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Just keep an eye. Have the notifications going. We'll do some on this date. Bye, everybody.